some scary movie.
Like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
Kill her, Mommy. Kill her.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
This is my boomstick. Here's Johnny.
I have to return some videotapes. We'll tear your soul apart.
Hello and welcome to All Things Horror, the podcast that reviews horror movies both old and new. I'm Ben and I'm joined here with Matt, and we're going to have a brief spoiler-free chat about today's movie before we go through the plot in a bit more detail. And as always, finish off with our own personal ratings. So the movie today is I Know What You Did Last Summer.
No, you don't.
The first one from 97, because I know there's a new one out now. So yeah, this one's directed by Jim Gillespie? Gillespie?
I think Gillespie, yeah. I think Gillespie.
I don't know who that is. But it is written by Kevin Williamson, who also wrote Scream. And I believe he actually wrote this before Scream. It just got made afterwards.
Yeah, I think it's based on a novel, somebody told me recently. I didn't realise it was based on a book. And it's apparently very, very different to the Kevin Williamson, because Kevin Williamson's got a very specific style. The Dawson's Creek Scream. This is probably his least wordy film.
Right.
Like a lot of his films, it's more like you have to sometimes go and they used to say, people are going to have to get a dictionary to understand what the kids are saying in these things. Like kids don't talk like that. But like, I think that's one of his strengths is actually talking up to his audience and kind of what's the worst thing that can happen? Somebody goes and finds out what a word means.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is, I guess, based on a book, so therefore not an original Kevin Williamson idea, but obviously screenplays are very wordy.
But I think I'm not sure about the book, but I know the actual concept for that film and book is based on like an urban legend, like the Hook or whatever it is.
Yeah. She's the lady who wrote it, who's passed away now. She wrote the books that they based Hotel for Dogs on, and she wrote the book for I Know What You Did Last Summer. So two very different books that she was most famous for. Lois Duncan. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I definitely think that I Know What You Did Last Summer isn't as well written as Scream. Doesn't have maybe it's not as meta. It's put together with Scream a lot though, isn't it? People talk about them together like they're the same thing.
Well, they were very close, weren't they?
Yeah,
like
the casts as well are very teen movies of the time.
I think those two seem to be the films that sparked off like I don't want to say sparked off because like the 80s were very kind of like teen.
Yeah, well, like the late 90s to early 2000s renaissance slasher renaissance.
Maybe it like re-sparked the teen slashers. Because if you go back to like Friday the 13th and Halloween, obviously they're teens in slashers, and then I don't know, I feel like it fizzled off towards the end of the 80s and early 90s. It was more I don't want to say monstery, but I'm thinking of, I don't know, what have we got around us? What have we got? Reanimator? Was that late 80s?
Mid 80s, mid 80s.
I'm thinking Friday the 13th and Halloween, they were like 18.
I think as we're getting towards the later sequels of those films and them not doing as well, kind of tailed off. But then you've got the people who really were brought up on those films. They started making films or writing, like Kevin Williamson. Like, so then you've kind of got a resurgence again of people. So kind of like a peak and a trough and this was kind of right at the start of the second peak. And really, horror has now become one of the most bankable genres. Really, that because it's so hard now to get a film on at the cinema and get a theatrical release. But horror tends to stick around. I mean, there's a new I Know What You Did Last Summer. There's a new Scream. So we're getting people who watch that as kids now making movies. So yeah, it's a funny one this though, because like I say, it's not as sharp and not as meta as Scream. But it's got like the kind of very good looking cast. That has a lot to do with it as well. Like, I think that they were just like, so quote unquote, like hot actors. It'd be a bit like people going to watch like a Sydney Sweeney film now or something, like somebody whose name is everywhere. And Jennifer Love Hewitt was very desirable to young men at the time. And Buffy, there was Buffy as well. And for the girls or whoever, there was Freddie Prinze and Ryan Phillippe. So everybody was happy.
It
was
I think I kind of made it clear at the end of our last episode when we were wrapping up on the last episode that I'm not a big fan of this. I was more Team Scream. If there is two teams, I'm definitely more on the Scream team. But 90s slashers in general, other than Scream, I can't actually think of anything that really struck me.
I liked Urban Legend at the time. I maybe need to see it again, but I liked Urban Legend.
Right.
And even some of the Urban Legend sequels. But like around this time, maybe even it was starting to sink again around Urban Legend. I don't know, but I like that. And there was one called Dead Man's Curve that was called Curve in America, which was The Curve in America, which was a Matthew Lillard one, which I really liked. There was the werewolf one that Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven did together that didn't do very well. So there's a few, but these I think were the peak two that people hold on. Obviously, they got sequels, which is always a good sign, isn't it? They tried remaking ones like we've watched the remake of My Bloody Valentine and things like that, which were just not. People just didn't really buy into the remake of Friday the 13th, etc.
Even though I don't really like this movie that much, I am interested in seeing the new one. I tend to stay clear of trailers nowadays. I don't know about you, but trailers seem to like go a bit too much. Trailers, like old trailers from the 80s movies, they would show like a little thing. It will mostly be like text up on the screen. This summer, here will be blah, blah, blah. And then it won't give anything away, But trailers now, they're like 5 minutes long, and you basically see the movie shortened down. So I
think you're right. Yeah,
I don't want to know. So I'll try.
Well, I have seen quite a few clips from this, and I think I know everything there is to know about the sequel of this film. I'm not sure I need to see it. So when they say, "What are you waiting for?" the answer is, "I'm not. I've already seen it. I already know. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting?" Big up to Anna Faris for her role in Scary Movie doing that. And also how she runs away like Sydney and Scream as well is amazing. There are two absolutely pitch perfect moments.
Did you find yourself constantly thinking of Scary Movie when you're watching this?
Sometimes, yeah, I did. It's funny because I cut together a trailer for the new one, what I imagine, and I cut together where it starts off as Jennifer Love Hewitt spinning around, and as she spins around, she turns into Anna Faris doing that. So, I definitely thought about that.
What are you waiting for?
It's funny, like that was kind of an improvised moment, and it's the most memorable bit, really. I mean, the acting is. I mean, most of those people are okay. Freddie Prinze Jr. seems like a nice guy, but he's not a very good actor. He's like the most wooden character in most wood. He's pretty much the most wooden actor in most things he's in.
Yeah.
Me and my friend used to call him Woody when we'd see a film, because it was like when we were in that period of time where we went and watched loads of films in the holidays, and we're like, oh, it's a film with Woody in it, like, you know, she's all that and what have you. So yeah, everybody's pretty good in it. The story isn't particularly, I don't know, there isn't really much about it. I don't think to go back, like when I went back and watched it, I was like, yeah, I was right the first time. I wasn't like, oh, it was so much better than I remembered it. Like, it wasn't. Sometimes I've been like House, when we did House was better than I remembered it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I know you did last summer really wasn't. Scream, I think, like, every time I've rewatched it, I've been like, oh, that's such a good film. Like, there's loads to it. And even sometimes I think, oh, I'm glad I rewatched it. I got something a little bit different out of it. Definitely. Whereas with this, not so much. Not so much. Even though I am a massive Kevin Williamson fan, I like his writing style. It reminds me of a sort of Kevin Smith or Woody Allen, where they throw loads of words. I like lots of verbose, and two characters chatting is enough for me. Like, but I didn't really get that from this film, and it's really weird because the lady who wrote it as like a young, what do you call it, young adult book. There's no real horror side of it, so the horror side of it must have all have come from Kevin Williamson. So there is a couple of creative kills, but there isn't like that kind of clever banter, or you don't get that he's a big horror fan compared to like you do in Scream. You're like, only a horror fan could have written this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it has to be exactly the same as Scream, but like it just needs to be a bit more entertaining.
Well, that's one of the main reasons why I prefer Scream, because I feel like this one tries to outdo itself by making these big elaborate twists and turns throughout the movie. Like, oh, could it be this? But oh no, it can't be this guy. You know? And I know Scream does that, but it does it in a more cleverer way, where it's simplified. I feel I was literally getting confused. I've seen this before, obviously, but I was still getting confused. It was because they name drop characters from people you haven't even seen.
Yeah, brothers and cousins.
And I'm like, wait, who? And they're already on to the next person and this person. Whereas Scream, it's just a straightforward slasher, and who is it? You know? It's not, you know.
It's a bit like they're trying to make it feel like a bit like Jaws, where it's like a kind of coastal little town and everybody knows each other and you're never really going to leave. And it's, you know, that kind of, you've got your little class system of the very popular families and rich families and stuff. And like, she's like, I'm going to go and be a movie star, and then doesn't, you know, like that kind of feel to it. But I never really got that. Like the bits where they go and meet Anne Heche and they're chatting to her about her brother and stuff, that's really boring. Like, and it just feel like she was a good actress, and it's such a shame that she doesn't really get to do anything interesting. And there's a few moments like that where things are a bit wasted. It's like, we'll get on the boat, we'll get off the boat, we'll run around the boat, then we'll get, and it's just like, it feels a little bit chopped up, even though I don't think it was changed by anybody. I just think it just doesn't quite work for me as a standalone thing. It has some cultural significance from the name and the actors and the time and place. It has like the zeitgeisty feel to it. That's like a cool movie at the time. But really, other than nostalgia, I don't think it has very much.
No.
Even like I like the thing, you know, it's like Dawson's Beach, and you're like, oh, Dawson's Creek guy's got Dawson's Beach, and like it just I like his names are always weird. Like I always thought she was called Helen Shavers for some reason, which is why Shivers. And I was like, I quite like the names they have for characters. I always think Ryan Phillippe is doing his best to kind of do a John Malkovich style performance, a bit like he did better in not Dangerous Liaisons, Cruel Intention. He's better in that. Sarah Michelle Gellar has a bit more to do in that. This is really Jennifer Love Hewitt's film, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it seems to revolve.
She's not bad.
The
She's
main
not
character.
bad.
She is definitely the main character in this. Like you say, Freddie Prinze, he is. Yeah, he's Woody. He is.
Yeah.
But I
Oh my
know
word.
that Ryan Phillippe, he does a lot of heavy lifting, but I don't think it follows through. I think
Yeah,
he
they don't give him a lot.
overdoes the acting a lot.
Mm.
I know he's supposed to be like the tough guy or the rich kid, and thinks he's the best and everything, but I don't know. It was so unbelievable. So,
yeah, he does obnoxious really well.
Yeah,
he doesn't get to do it the right way in this, because I guess the people he's up against aren't really his equals. Like Freddie Prinze Jr. comes across as really unintelligent, and like Ryan Phillippe comes across as like just punching down, I guess, with him. There's supposed to be a thing between him being really rich and then being not so rich, but that doesn't really play out. Like you say, you don't see any evidence of that. You don't see, like, I don't think you see Freddie Prinze Jr.'s house or where he lives or the reason why. You just have a couple of mentions early on. Johnny Galecki's like, "Oh, you're just hanging out with the rich guys," kind of thing. And kind of looks at, but we don't know why that's a bad thing, because other than running the person over, they've not really done anything bad. They're not like mean or horrible to anybody, other than like being like drink driving and killing somebody, which is awful. Before that, why do we dislike them? There is no reason. Like they're not bad, and then afterwards it's like, well, they didn't do it on purpose, so there has to be some, like, I think they said when they cast Sarah Michelle Gellar, it was like the director wanted somebody who could come across as bitchy but also come across as like still be likable. And that's true, but we don't really get any of the bitchy side of it because we don't really see anything to develop these characters. There's only, like, Jennifer Love Hewitt gets more screen time, and I think she makes a lot out of nothing. I think she does really well, but the others are capable. They just don't have much to do. Like, say, Anne Heche is in there as the sister of the guy, and Freddie Prinze Jr. I don't know what he's doing, but Ryan Phillippe's definitely got the ability to do more. Sarah Michelle Gellar has got the ability to do more, but they don't really use any of it. They don't, like the Johnny Galecki character who gets who falls out with, he's called Max, and he falls out with Barry Cox, what a name. And Barry Cox and him have a bit of a thing. Like, you get the impression he maybe bullied him at school, but we don't know that for certain because we don't really see anything.
What's the TV show he's in?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah. See, I always know him as Leonard Hofstadter.
Yeah, see, I think of him from Roseanne. He was David in Roseanne, so I guess that's maybe like a generational difference between you and me.
Thing is, it's been so long since I've seen this movie. Literally, it's been years since I've seen this movie, and
you were like, "Oh, Leonard."
He was in it, and I was like, "Oh, it's Leonard."
Yeah. When he pops up in things, he's in quite a few '90s films, and it's a bit jarring now because he's somebody you've seen in hundreds of episodes of a sitcom.
I was like, hold on a minute, Leonard don't swear.
Yeah. It's it's a little bit of a waste of some of these people. But I don't think anybody really would hold it up and say what an amazing, like, because look at even reviews for it are like pretty low. But it's stuck around, and it must have just had the box office. People just go and watch it. Oh, let's go and watch a scary film, It definitely gets the rub from, like, in wrestling, if you put like a not so good wrestler in with a good wrestler and they're really good, they can make that other person appear better. It's a bit like this with Scream. It's like, almost, if it wasn't for Scream, this film wouldn't really be popular.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I haven't seen the other two films. I still know what you did last time, Aaron. I always know what you did last time.
I've only seen the second one with Brandy in it, and who else is in it? Mekhi Phifer and people. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs is in that one, but I can't remember much about it. It's a really good cast.
So Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. They're both in the second one, aren't they?
Yes, and then you've got Brandy, Mackay Pfeiffer, but there's the actors in there like Jeffrey Combs from Reanimator, John Hawkes, who I think won the Oscar
Jeffrey
for a
Combs.
film. Yeah, so there's like it's a really good cast. If anything, it's a better cast than the first one. The director of it went on to do Gotham, and like the TV series Gotham. But he also directed the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd film, which I saw as a kid and enjoyed, but I don't think I would now. But yeah, I don't remember anything about the second film, even though I have seen it, and I didn't watch the TV series of it, and I didn't watch the.
I'll always know what you did.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one, and I probably won't watch the new one.
Well, I think I'll always know what you did last summer. I think that one didn't even make it to cinema. I think it just went straight to VHS back then.
Okay.
Yeah, straight to blockbusters.
Not always a terrible sign, but like it must mean that there wasn't enough interest.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, surely it can't be still the last summer, can it? Wouldn't it be the summer before last?
summer before last. Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit
I
confusing.
know what you did a couple summers ago.
Yeah, do you remember that thing you did a while back? I still remember it. Even if you don't, I do. So,
Shouldn't the new one, if it's set in real time, shouldn't it be like, I know what you did 27 summers ago?
Yeah. Yeah, at this point. Do you know what the weird thing is as well? The woman who wrote the book, her daughter was murdered in real life.
Oh.
And they never found out who it was by a mystery person, which is really weird because she didn't have that in her film or in her book. But obviously, I imagine that she wasn't too happy when they found out what they were doing with this one. So yeah, I don't know.
Out of interest, do you know when that book was made?
I don't know. I think it might have been. I think it was in the 80s. So, and he's just obviously he might have just took the title. It might be that might be the only thing he did, because it's a good title. That's one thing it's got going for it. It's got a really good title.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember it actually saying on text on the film, based on the book. Or does it?
No.
Maybe
I think she has a writing credit. I think she just has a writing credit. So
okay.
Maybe, or I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. It says, writers, Kevin Williamson, based on the novel by Lois Duncan.
Right, okay. So she got credit for it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Imagine if you wrote like a kid's book or a teen book about like, I don't know, about like going to the dentist or something, and then they made it into like a horrible horror film. It's just murdering everybody. Be like, well, that's not what I wrote.
All right. Shall I hit this spoiler warning and we'll start going through it?
Yeah.
Spoiler warning.
Right, so the movie starts off fairly quickly. We meet our first four characters: Julie, Ray, Helen, and Barry. After a drunken drive, they hit this guy, and they spend a while trying to figure out what they're going to do. And in the end, they do the most logical thing they think of, and that's chuck him in the boot of the car and then dump him in the sea. And yeah, even though he literally regained consciousness before, and they just still like kicked him into the sea anyway. So yeah, what was an accident?
He's like, I'm fine. They're like, shh, should not push him under.
Are you not?
No, you're dead now. We've decided.
No, Barry says you're dead. So come on, you're dead. Get in.
Barry Cox.
Barry. I mean, yeah, kids will be kids. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're rich, it's fine as well.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then the movie jumps forward 1 year, and Julie gets a letter saying, "I know what you did last summer." So she rounds up the gang, and they suspect it's Max, because he was the only guy there that saw it. Well, they think he saw it. But it's clearly not, because he gets killed by a fisherman in a big coat and welding a fish hook. And that's to be fair, that's quite
It's
a good
look. Yeah, it's a good look as well.
Yeah,
It's got a good look. It's a good hook. No, it got my attention.
yeah. Yeah, I did actually make a note here that I really felt guilty, because I will always see him as Leonard Hofstadter.
Yeah, he gets killed, and like, I mean, is that supposed to make us think that it's Barry doing that because Barry doesn't like him? If so, they don't really make us believe that, because it's not long until Barry is cleared that it's not Barry.
Well, that's it as well. Because if I was making this, yeah, Barry was the only person there that kind of saw it, who could have seen it, and they kill him off straight away. If it was me, I would have left it later in the film for him to get killed, and we can always suspect, oh, it must be Max. It must be Max. And then we realize it can't be. Much like Scream does with the killer.
Yeah.
In that. You know, we're always suspecting, oh, it's got to be that guy. It's got to be. And then he's got an alibi, or they prove it's not him. And then it turns out it could be. But yeah, I don't know.
It feels at times like it's very rushed.
Mm-hmm.
And then other times I feel like we don't get enough.
Yeah,
So it's like, obviously it's not quite like, we don't get enough detail about them as their personalities and why they do what they do and what kind of people they are, blah blah blah. But we get to like know quite a bit about this guy that they once went to school with, who was in the year above, and his sister. We get to know a tiny bit about the fact that Ray is working in the fish market, and he looks like he's never worked a day in his life as well. He's just like, yeah, I'm just working hard here in the VIP. And you're like, no, you look too manicured and too perfect to it. Well, like, you'd be stinking of fish. Yeah. You'd have fish blood all over you. You'd be sweating a bit as well. And he's just like, yeah, I'm working in the old fish market now. This is me, working class Ray. And you're like, don't believe it.
Got my hook. Yep.
Yeah. Not a hair out of place. Like, I wouldn't believe, maybe the idea that Ray is the one that we're supposed to suspect is because he comes across as so thick that, like, it's an act, like he's pretending to be stupid. But no, he's not pretending to be stupid. He just is.
Again, like Scream, Matthew Lillard.
Yeah,
he kind of acts as the clown, doesn't he? Like,
it was like, oh, crazy guy,
silly,
Yeah, he has a personality, and like, you find out a little. I don't know. I guess we don't know that much about them all. Maybe I'm being too hard on this film, because we don't really know a lot about. We might know the character we might know the most about is, like, in Scream, is probably like Randy and Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know a lot about, like, Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard, but they definitely perform with a kind of energy and creativity and lots of little clues about what they're doing and why they're doing it. And like, maybe that's the writing. Maybe the writing is just better in Scream. It's more layered, whereas in this, it's a bit like, he seems like he could be the killer, and you're like, 2 minutes later, it's like, he's not.
Yeah, in Scream, you got Craven, man. Where's Craven, the fucking horror master? He had to have had his little touch on certain.
Yeah, maybe he's talking to them between scenes and adding in little looks and behaviors, and like, because if you think of films that he's done, there's always got these quirky characters in, haven't they? Even when he hasn't written them. Like, or really scary characters, like it's The Last House on the Left and things like that. You're like, I mean, there's some mental stuff going on in those films that's missing from this. The characters are all pretty much like background characters from Dawson's Creek. Like, they're not like, they've not got any, like, what could you tell me about Helen So she's beauty queen who wants to be an actress but isn't. That's it. Okay.
Yep.
What about Ray? He's like the poor guy. Barry, rich guy, obnoxious. Sarah Michelle Gellar wants to go to. Jennifer Love Hewitt wants to go to university. That's it.
Yeah.
And she's got that friend that sassy friend who's like, oh girl, you better get your narrow ass out of my narrow ass. And it's just like, what are you talking about? Where is this coming from? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, and they did as well. They were proper like setting up that whole story for him, like straight away in the movie. It was like they're talking all about their dreams, and no more than a couple minutes later, we see them now. It's like, so none of that happened. And
yeah, dream over. Only one person gets to go to university out of all of them, and the others, literally all their dreams have been crushed minutes after we only found out what their dreams were.
Yeah. I've also made a note here about their clothes, like 90s fashion trend in horrors. Like guys wear really baggy jeans and girls wear tight white tank tops.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not mad at it.
There was another film where you said that.
Wrong turn. Yeah, seeing that one. That's when we started moving into from the clean tank tops into the dirty tank top era.
Yeah,
yeah, and that's where we get like, was it Jessica Biel as well? Yeah, I'm not mad at
it. So Julie believes that the man they ran over was David Egan, but after chatting to his weird, like, kind of wild-looking sister, she thinks that he actually committed suicide because he left a note. But the note is in the same handwriting as Julie's note. So it wasn't suicide. It was actually a death threat. That's what I mean. There's a lot kind of like looping round. It was like, oh, it's this. Oh, no, it can't be this. It's this. Oh, no, it's this. And I like my horror simple because I'm a simple man. So stop with all the twists and turns.
Stop doing horror wrong.
Yeah, it was giving me a bit of a headache. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. I wanted it to, when you watched it,
for Ben.
You wanted it to be good, didn't you? Like, I wanted it to be good.
Yeah, I really wanted it to.
I was rooting for the film, and I was like, yeah. And I didn't have like the sort of late teens, early 20s hormones to just be like, I like this film because of pretty ladies.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's probably another thing what angered me so much as well, because I don't just love Scream. I love how Scream ties in all the sequels amazingly, and they always link back to the first, and it's perfection. It's great. This, I didn't even want to bother with the second one. So
yeah. I can't remember it being good. Wouldn't it be weird if we watched the second one and it was absolutely amazing, like an underrated, absolute gem of a film? Like, whoa, didn't see that one coming. But I have a feeling it's pretty much identical to the first one.
Yeah, I do want to see the new one just to find out where it is, because I may have misread it, but I think it doesn't. Well, it can't. I'm just thinking. I think it jumps time wise from the first to the new one. So I don't think the second and third have anything to do.
They didn't happen. It's like
the Halloweens and.
I think the second one is included, and I know for a fact the second one is, and the only reason I know this is. Am I going to give a spoiler here? I guess I might do. Is that I saw somebody posted the after credits scene from the new one.
All right.
And it references the second one.
So maybe it just don't include the third one then.
Yeah, I've forgotten there was a third one. So that would probably make it quite easy for most people to forget.
It's just because, I mean, what's it been? 27 years? Is that right?
Yeah, something like
So,
that. Oh, geez, I'm old.
Why has it taken that long? How many summers? 27 summers have gone by.
How many Buffy summers? It's yeah, I don't know why. It's because they've done the TV series and that nobody cared. I don't even know why they're bothering making it full stop.
Maybe it would make sense if I knew the second one, because I know, like, for Halloween, it did the same thing where it jumped 40 years later. That's because it was up for 40 years. So that explains that. But yeah, I don't know.
I would say, like, as well, that I rewatched the Urban Legend films, all of them, a few years ago, and I can't remember, maybe the second one, but like Final Cut, Urban Legend Final Cut was actually quite a lot of fun, very Scream-like. I quite like the first Urban Legend. That's good fun.
I don't think I've seen.
They're kind of like not as good as Scream, but maybe as good as Scream like 3. That kind of I'll try and find what they're called. So the 1998 one is the first one. It's not bad. I quite enjoyed it, and I enjoyed rewatching it. It's got a good cast. It's good ideas. It's a bit more fun than this. That's what I didn't get from this film, was like fun. Yeah, like it wasn't really fun. So then you've got like what else have we got? We've got Urban Legend. Oh, I'm going to call out some films that people maybe haven't seen that are from this. So we've got Urban Legend Final Cut, which is the one that's kind of a Hollywood-based one, spin-off from Urban Legend. So all of the things that kind of historically can kill you in Hollywood. Bloody Mary, I think, is the worst one. And I think that's it. Is there only 3 or is there 4? I think there's only 3. So yeah, Final Cut and the first one I really enjoyed. Bloody Mary I did not. Other ones that from around this time maybe might be a bit better, like honorable mention for The Faculty. I thought that was good.
Oh yeah.
That's essentially that's like the Breakfast Club, isn't it? But with, like, instead of alienation, it's aliens. We've got what else around this time? Jawbreaker's not really a horror, but that was okay. That was fun. Disturbing Behavior is pretty good. That's a Kevin Williamson written one with Katie Holmes and Nick Stahl. Oh no, it's not a Kevin Williamson written one. I must have just thought because it had Katie Holmes in it. But yeah, I thought that was okay. But beyond that, around that time, we're starting to struggle around 99, 2000, I think. Oh, Cherry Falls. Cherry Falls, have you heard of that one?
Cherry Falls. Yeah, I think I've got that one on DVD. Yeah, I do. Yeah, Cherry Falls.
I like that. That's not a bad film at all. It's a good idea. Yeah. Brittany Murphy.
When was Flatliners?
The remake of Flatliners. Or the original one.
With Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, the original one, 1990.
Oh, is that old?
Yeah,
yeah. Later in the 90s, isn't it?
That was very popular though. They did the one with Elliot Page and Diego Luna in 2017, but I haven't seen that.
No.
I don't think I will.
No. Right, so okay, we're getting towards the end now. So the kill count really ramps up around here. Like, we see Barry, he gets murdered on the balcony in front of Helen. The police officer takes her home, but he stops and gets out along the way, and then he gets killed. She runs to her sister that's working in a shop, and then she gets killed. Then she finally escapes, and she thinks it's all good, so she decides to go down a dark alleyway. And then, surprise, surprise, she gets killed. So, yeah, to finalize the movie, we see Julie run from Ray because she thinks that he's the killer because the boat is named after someone it references or something. So she runs into a friendly fisherman who helps her very kindly escape from Ray. But
the captain,
do you believe it? He's the killer.
No.
Oh my god! Yeah, I know.
Arr. He's the captain from The Simpsons. He's the sea captain.
So
Arr.
Ray eventually catches up on like a little dinghy,
We're playing me dinghy.
and then and then they sever his hand and send him overboard. And then 1 year later, Julie takes a shower and notices the words "I still know" written on the glass before a guy comes smashing through it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you make of that ending? And how big was that boat on the inside?
Yeah, just running around in the thing.
She was running around for ages.
I was waiting for something really cool or creative or fun to happen in that end bit, but it just kind of ran around a boat for a bit.
You were waiting for a while.
Yeah, and they're just screaming at each other, and she was just screaming, and he was like, "I'm gonna get you," and then he'd run around, and then they'd run to the other side of the boat, and then he'd go, "I'm gonna get you," and then he'd run to the other side of the boat. And then she'd be like, "Ray, watch out!" And he'd be like, "What?" Because his reactions are so slow, so stupid.
God, yeah.
It'd be like, "Ray, he's going to punch you in the face." And he'd be like, "What do you mean?" He'd be like, just constant, slow. And then I can't believe that this guy goes down to Ray. Is he called Ray? Yeah, Ray. Like, Ray shows nothing. It would have been better if Jennifer Love Hewitt would have been like, what's she called, Julie. If she'd have been like, just beat him up herself.
Yeah.
No Ray. So, no Ray. We don't need Ray.
Yeah. It's like he finally catches up and is like, "No, it's all right. I've done it. I've handled it myself."
Yeah.
I don't know why, but in my head, I know they say it in like the urban legend story they tell, but in my head, I thought his hand was a hook, or maybe I was confusing that with Candyman.
Or Captain Hook.
Yeah, all that.
Which I'm sure they've made a film out of at the moment. Winnie the Pooh people have probably made a Treasure Island Captain Hook, Peter Pan.
Yeah, that would.
I'm sure they have. I bet they have.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet a lot of money that somebody's already done
Hook horror.
Hook, yeah, a Captain Hook.
So all right, let's jump to our ratings. How many hooks are you giving this out of 10?
Well, it didn't hook me. So on Letterboxd, I'm gonna try and sync up my Letterboxd with my actual scores that I'm giving on here. So we're giving it out of 10, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas on Letterboxd, it's out of 5. Now, let's see. It was a while ago when I rewatched it, but I've not changed my mind since then. I know what you did last summer. Do you know what? You go first. I'm going to have to think about this.
Okay, so yeah, I've made it very clear I'm not a big fan of this. I'm definitely on Team Scream for this. But to be honest, Scream seems to be like the only 90s horror I actually seem to go back for, unless it's like a sequel like Child's Play 2 or something, or one of the later Friday the 13th. I don't know if any of them were in the 90s. But yeah, I didn't connect with this at all. That acting was all right for Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah, she was all right.
She was the main driving force. Her and Sarah, they were the driving force behind this movie. If they weren't casted and it was someone else, I think it would be absolute trash. So I'm going to give it a very, very generous 3 out of 10.
Oof, 3.
Yeah.
I gave it on Letterboxd 2 out of 5. Okay. So I guess that if my maths are correct, then that's 4. That's 4 out of 10.
4. All right.
So that might be the lowest we've both ever given a film.
Yeah, to be honest, I think that is my first 3.
Yeah, I was shocked. You usually go higher than me.
I know. Yeah.
That might be the first one you've ever done where yours is lower than mine.
I think you're right.
Yeah, you're nicer than me.
Well, no, because you gave Halloween 3 a 10, which I
that's
very
true.
much didn't.
Yeah, you couldn't give it an 11. That's the problem. An 11 out of 10.
That's it. Okay, right. Wrap up time. Actually, for the next film, I wanted to do The Conjuring 2.
Oh.
Because for the pure fact, I haven't seen it in a while, and I do like that one. I like all the Conjuring films and all the spin-offs.
Have we seen the first one? Did we watch that?
I think so, didn't we?
I can't remember anything about it.
I'm sure we did.
It must have been great. I can't remember. No, it doesn't. Just because I can't remember it doesn't mean it's not good. It just means I can't remember it.
Well, it had Annabelle in it, and I remember asking you what you thought of Annabelle. Where's our rating? Oh, there it is, ratings. Let's have a look.
Oh wait, I have logged it. I gave it 3 stars. Oh yeah, I remember it now. It's the true story, quote unquote true story one, isn't it? The paranormal investigators.
Yeah,
they get all the pals and they all go live in a house.
That's the one.
That's the tagline. They get all the pals and they all go living in a house.
I don't see it on here. Maybe we didn't.
We definitely have, because I wouldn't have watched it otherwise.
Oh, The Conjuring. Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Episode 34.
That's how I'm certain. I'm so certain that we watched it on here, because I would not have chosen to watch it.
Yeah, episode 34. I gave it 8 out of 10. You gave it a 6.
Yeah. 18th of February, I watched it, 2024.
Yeah. I feel like you might like this one better. Because
is it sillier?
No, it's not really sillier. It's based on the Enfield hauntings.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's good, and plus you get your first little like sneak peek at the nun. This is the one where you first see the nun, and then obviously the nun gets a spin-off afterwards.
I want none of it.
None. So yeah, my mum's really into like
Like I say, mum's a nun.
She's really into like true crime and paranormal stuff and stuff like that. But she's not really into horror, so I'm going to make her watch that. I was like, oh, it's the Enfield Hauntings now. I'll stick it on. She'll be like, what is this? So yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, I am interested in that then, if it's based on that. So is it the same? We'll find out next time. I'm not asking. Just ask you everything about it. Just tell me how it finishes. But it's the same. It is Patrick Wilson's in it and Vera Farmiga's.
Yeah, they all tie in.
They go off to London. Do they go off to London then in this one?
Yeah.
Well, hello, mate. Apples and pears. You go to London.
That's it. That's the film. There you go.
Wow. They talk in Cockney accents all the way through.
It's just a ghost that says that. The end.
Yeah. He's like dressed as a pearly king, and he's like, "Hello, governor. I'm a bloody ghost."
All right. Cool. All right then. Yeah. That's all we've really got for today. So unless you've got anything else you want to wrap up on,
no one. No, that's what are you waiting for? No. Nothing. I'm fine. I'm good. No, all good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed talking about it more than I enjoyed watching it.
Yep, I absolutely agree. And I can't wait not to do the second one. Cool. All right. So if you've liked today's episode, don't forget to subscribe. We love hearing from you, so why not drop a comment down below, and you can give your own personal ratings from what you thought of I Know What You Did last summer. 97? Yeah. Okay. I was thinking 6, but that's Scream.
It's a modern film to me, that 97.
Yeah, that's a wrap for today. So thanks a lot for listening, and we'll see you in The Conjuring 2. Bye.
I have to return some video.